Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Spartan Arena here in Somerset, Wisconsin. We thank you for taking time out of your day to join us tonight, a little earlier than usual. My name is Keaton Anderson, science teacher here at Somerset High School, and joining me in the Spartan live stream lounge are my producers Will Rossmiller and Cody Wallen, who are also both on the mic this evening, chiming in with all of their basketball expertise. Without these two gentlemen and their hard work, all Spartan live streams would not be possible, and the Somerset community thanks you both. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Northwest Communication. We're starting earlier than usual with girls action this evening because tonight is a doubleheader between the boys and girls programs. First up are the Spartan ladies taking on the Altoona Railroaders, which we will see tip off in just a few minutes. After that contest concludes, the Spartan gentlemen are up against Spooner. The boys will have to wait for now, so let's dive into the matchup between the Spartan ladies versus the Altoona Railroaders. One can't help but think about the last time Somerset and Altoona matched up in this building last year in the regional final. It was an incredible display of great basketball through and through on both teams. However, the Spartans came up victorious with a Taylor Paulson go-ahead bucket with 20 seconds to go. It's a much different team for the Spartans this year, with much of the experience headed out the door from last year. This year's team is young, hungry, and ready to fight, scratch, and claw their way to victory in any way they can. Case in point, the Spartans' most recent game against Osceola, which was a close loss, 50-53. The ladies of Somerset are 1-5 on the year and 0-3 in conference play thus far. Let's dive into some of the nitty-gritty details of the Spartans this season so far with Will Rossmiller. He can break down some of the Somerset strategies for tonight, and that will conclude the Northwest Communication pregame show.
Sure. In terms of keys to success here tonight, talking to Coach Lindenberg before the game, an obvious one, probably didn't even have to tell me this one, is limit the turnovers. This team has definitely struggled with turning the ball over for sure. And also, I think for Heather Gaikowski, she's gotten into foul trouble at times, making sure that she limits her fouls. She's not used to being the person in the paint. That's, of course, Danny Schockner for most of Heather's time here. So Heather has to step up a little bit because she is kind of the leading scorer of this squad. And really, I think everyone on this team has to step it up just a little bit, and then they can be more successful like we saw in that first game of the season against River Falls.
Thank you for that, Will. We will definitely be looking into stats further, but let's send it to the floor for the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Somerset High School for tonight's middle order conference game featuring the Altoona Rails and the Somerset Spartans. Good sportsmanship starts with respect for yourself and your team, the opponent, and the decision of the officials. Great fans are enthusiastic for their team and sportsmanlike with their behavior toward the opponent and the decision of the officials. Now, to honor America, would you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by Somerset student athlete Victoria Gomez. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Altoona Rails. On sophomore number 2, Ava Gunderson. A junior number 5, Reagan Bird. A junior number 12, Kennedy Tripler. A sophomore number 22, Josie Lembestow. And a junior number 33, Maya Martinson. The Rails are coached by Michelle Kapinski. And now the starters for your Somerset Spartan. A sophomore number 10, Julia Rybacki. A senior number 12, Mackenzie Lesha. A junior number 15, Heather Gaikowski. A junior number 22, Claire Anderson. And a junior number 23, Abby McGeehan. The Spartans are coached by Corey Nicholas, assistant and key operator Jamie Lesha and Caitlin Strumpke. Tonight's WIAA officials are Max Kittle, Josh Klinger, and John McGinley.
And there we have it, folks, the starting lineups for tonight. And just a note here for the audience, viewing audience, if you're from Altoona, if you're from Somerset, thanks for tuning in, everybody, on this very early matchup. Not your usual varsity matchup, but doubleheader nonetheless. We're getting ready to go here at Somerset. Lots of basketball to play today. The note I was referring to is there are 4 players from Altoona that are a little banged up and are not going to be able to participate in tonight's contest. So
an all underclassmen starting lineup. It looks like they only have 1 senior on the squad in the first place, though. So
that is
a younger
correct.
team.
Yep, very young team on both ends, so we will see how it works out for sure. The tip went out of bounds. It's going to be Somerset ball. Mackenzie Lesha, senior extraordinaire. She's going to guide this team, quarterback them to victory. Starting out with a good screen and roll.
I don't know if Addie McGeehan has started quite a few. She must have started a few games before this, but usually Shaylin Strumpke is in that starting lineup. So a couple of changes from earlier in the season from Coach Lindenberg.
Oh, Lesha going baseline, gets her own board, finding it out to Heather. Goes in, barrels in, not going to get a call. Her own board, up and good. Heather Gaikowski scoring her own points, doing it all.
Great job by Gaikowski to stick with that one, get a good offensive rebound, and finish.
Good physical play, too.
Yep.
Altoona, the Railroaders, first possession here. Into the paint, back out. Somerset coming out in a 2-3 zone. Shots up, no good. It's going to be off Altoona. Somerset ball.
2-2 press to start as well for Somerset, something that they've been using and tinkering with throughout the season.
Somerset loves that press as of late. High screen and roll between Lesha and McGeehan. Turns it down. Now finds the opposite end of the floor. Lesha with it again. Good, nice lane. That's up and rattles out. A scrum. Going to be a jump ball.
That was a really nice clear of that lane by Heather Gaikowski to open it up for Mackenzie Lesha. Just couldn't finish it there.
Jump ball is going to go the way of Altoona. And if you see on your screen, it looks like we got a lot of Santa hat cheerleaders out here today. They're all waving hello, hello. Because it's the holidays, folks. It was pajama day at the high school tonight, or excuse me, today. And that's a turnover. The press, putting the pressure on Altoona. Lesha, same spot, same game. High screen and roll action. The exchange, there's the dish. Oh, off the glass, no good. Finally get to see the Spartans in their half-court defense here. Ooh, long shot for Altoona, and that is money from distance. That's number 33.
There, wow.
Martinson ranging it in, showing she could take him from deep. Claire Anderson with a 3 of her own. Rattles out no good. Who's got it?
I want to say that Martinson was a really good volleyball player this season. I believe she was the one that was just insane for Altoona.
Yeah, number 13, I believe, is the number that's kind of sticking in my for volleyball.
For volleyball, I think that's right. Yep, she just played all over the court.
Say that
a supreme athlete.
The name sounds familiar. Nice bucket there.
Nice direct inbound to Heather, and that's their bread and butter on the blob baseline out of bounds plays. Turnover. Lesha's got it. It's 4 on 3. Can the Spartans make this one count? Ooh, out for Rybacki. Oh, and Altoona's turning right around on the tracks for the Railroaders. Lesha steals it back.
Able to draw the foul. Back and forth and back and forth.
My neck hurts from going back and forth like that. Jeez Louise. Again, folks, we cannot say enough at every broadcast we do. Talking about Mackenzie Lesh and her tenacious defense.
Oh, when there's this many people in the gym, it is absolutely silent in here.
Front rim no good, front end of this trip to the line.
Able to get the second one to go.
Score is 5-3 early at Somerset. Somerset versus Altoona. And the Railroaders, this is their first year in our conference. The middle border. Oh, clear lane. Up no good off glass. And there is a skirmish for the ball. McGeehan comes up with it. Lesh, another high screen and roll between her and Heather Gaikowski. There's a dish again. That is going to be there all night, folks.
That is working.
That one converts for two.
Altoona's going to have to make an adjustment there because that pick and roll up top is working well for Somerset.
And this screen is also, this press is working very well for Somerset. As long as the press is pressuring the other squad, just like that. Yep.
Extra passes lead to more turnovers, that's for sure.
That pressure really wears on a team. If you've ever played the game of basketball, folks, holy smokes, you do not like getting harassed all the time.
Mentally exhausting, I feel like. Kenzie Lesh is going to check out here early on, and Mia Olsen will be in the game.
Mia Olsen checking in here. Seems like every game we see Somerset play here at home, Mia just has a bigger and bigger role. She's proving time and time again she's a great substitute for Mackenzie Lesha. And that ball's going to be out of bounds. McGeehan tried to save it to no avail. It's going Railroaders' way.
That three-pointer by Martinson, the only point so far for Altoona.
Oh, good trap right there. Opportunity, didn't quite get it. There's the travel. Heather Gaikowski right up in the face of an Altoona player and forces her to travel. Addison McGeehan, junior on this team, she wants to be a dentist someday, folks. Dentist. That's what she wrote in her player profile anyway.
Awesome.
Mia,
someone needs to get open for her.
Dead in the water. Heather finally gets her an open person. Heather's saying, I'm going to take it. Ooh, wild shot there.
I'm not even so sure that was a shot.
They'll look to the next possession. And that's going to come sooner than we think. Altoona turns it over again. Altoona suffering the turnover sickness early in this contest.
It's going to be a timeout here, I believe, by the Rails early on here. And I believe, Mr. Anderson, that means you might have an ad read for us.
Absolutely.
All right.
Northwood Technical College. Stay safe and learn locally. Start at Northwood Technical College and save thousands. They're also a nationally recognized 2-year college program. Go further, faster at Northwood Technical College. Much like one Josie Sanchez down there. She's going to go very far, very fast when the JV for girls play at 7 in, I believe, is it the elementary school or the middle school?
I think it's the middle school tonight.
Middle
for the JV.
school.
Yep, JV girls in the middle school.
So very, very crazy schedule, but it's crazy in a great way because there's so much basketball going on.
It's very entertaining for sure. I believe JV boys are playing at the middle school right now.
And C-team boys are playing at the elementary school.
Oh, hey, Mr. Probst.
Dynamite drop-in, Monty.
How's it going?
Mr. Probst joining us here, athletic director at Somerset. Oh, and there is a jump ball.
Jump ball, interesting.
And so Mr. Probst, can you tell us a little bit more about the crazy schedule for tonight? If people still listening, they want to come out to the campus?
Yeah, we've got obviously varsity girls going on now, JV boys and C boys going on currently at the other buildings, and varsity boys will follow this up here at the high school and JV girls at the middle school. The girls' game with Altoona was from December 10th and was snowed out as we got that monster of a snowstorm.
Wide open three.
Shot up, no good. Lasha with the rebound.
You know, and anytime you're rescheduling games, you look at common dates where you're both open. This was one of them that we were, and proposed to the coaches and said, hey, it'll be a doubleheader, and they were all on board. So,
I mean, I feel like as a live stream, we've had a doubleheader just about every year, and we were going to miss one this year, but we finally got one. So. These are always fun.
And the kids have actually made comments about, before this one even came to fruition, of like, do we have any double headers? It's a lot of fun. So I'm glad it worked out.
Gets a lot of people, a lot of different people here for sure.
Yep.
And
did we do one with St. Croix Falls last year? Was that where we?
I think so.
That sounds right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's the same school.
Travel. Yeah, usually
Usually
it's,
same
it's
school,
rare
but
to have
just-
different programs
Yeah.
here at the same night, but
And the doubleheaders kind of break up the kind of monotonous routine from time to time. I mean, even basketball players, like, they get so into their routine of, yep, JV's first and varsity second, and
Yeah.
here we go. But kind of is a nice little breakup between that sort of stuff.
yep.
Lucy
Freshman
Nichols.
Lucy Nichols into the
Yep.
game traveling there. She scored her first varsity point in the Spartans' last game, hit a three-pointer. Actually, her first varsity three-pointer,
Yep.
I believe. She
Yep.
had a free throw before then.
Lucy Nichols, a great young talent who's going to aspire to be a Mackenzie Lesha type player
I
someday.
think even
would
just
imagine.
this season, she's going to have a more expanded role the further we get into the season, which will be fun to watch.
Ooh, skip across court. Taking Mia baseline, dead in the water.
Big shout out to Josh Wells, who's my cameraman from afar. Let me know
Helping us
that I-
out there at the
that I
scoreboard.
Lesha with the steal. Right hand up
There
and
it is.
good.
I-
Senior strong hand.
The amount of times I kicked this camera.
Yeah, we still need to figure out a better solution to that guy.
Gee.
3 points for Lesha.
You know, if we wouldn't have put batting cages in.
Yeah, but those batting cages sure
They
are
were-
nice
I
after
would
having
say
these open
been
gyms.
I've been a big anti-batting cage proponent all year.
Hey, you come to a baseball open gym and you see how nice those
Oh,
batting
yeah.
cages
As
are.
a former baseball coach,
Yeah.
I can
Oh my
strongly
gosh.
advocate for the
Absolutely.
knee
They are
brace.
so nice.
And there's going to be a foul on
It's on
Mackenzie
Lesha.
Lesha, her first foul.
Just silent in here. Martinson able to get the roll.
Lesha was not guarding the player shooting the free throws for Altoona, Martinson, but she had to step in, play some help D, and had to take one for the team. Back rim, long board. McGeehan's got it.
Nice fight there by McGeehan to grab
And
it.
Lucy trying her best to escape from the corner. Not a great spot to be.
Yep, timeout there by Coach Lindenberg.
A little bit of a different atmosphere in here tonight compared to the last time Altoona came to town.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, yeah, a little
indeed.
bit.
Yeah, we paid an homage to that in the
Gosh, yeah.
pregame
That
show.
playoff game was an instant classic.
We're not fighting off any student sections tonight.
No. That
No.
oh, that's right. I forgot
Yes.
about that.
Right.
We had a student section storm of the court, and that was
And probes, you had to
definitely
get in
not
between
COVID
them.
approved.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Yes.
That has to be one of the top 5 live streams of all time.
Oh,
that
for
was,
sure, for
that
sure.
was a good one.
Well, didn't we have? I think we had 400 people watching, didn't we?
Well, we hadn't even presented the trophy yet. That
Yes.
was the issue. It wasn't
Yes.
even the COVID stuff. It was we still had to hand the plaque to
Oh.
our team.
See, I always thought it was a COVID thing. So
Yeah.
this is some insider information right here.
My favorite though, if you ever go back and watch it in slow motion,
Yeah.
watch Tyson wink.
Oh my gosh.
He's like excited,
Yeah.
and then you can see him be like,
He's like, oh,
no.
shoot. and then he's backing out of
Yeah.
there real quick. That's funny.
Around the horn,
Also will take
Mia.
the 3. That's
Oh,
long.
long. Lucy saves it to Lesha. Around the horn again. Down in the block. Shaylin Strumke out to Lesha. That's up. No good. Rails. Come up with it.
Mr. Probst, are there any other athletic events going on this week outside of tomorrow's girls basketball game?
girls hockey's at home against Hudson tomorrow night. That's a big, no pun intended, Big Rivers contest.
Yeah, that's a big game right there.
Boys hockey was supposed to be at River Falls. That one has been postponed to a later date in February. But then, then we hit the holiday break.
So are the boys playing tomorrow or no?
Boys basketball. JV varsity, no, C teams at Spring Valley.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yep.
Well, we're going to be back here tomorrow doing the live stream for the girls again. They got a busy week. Holy smokes.
Back-to-back games.
And if you know anyone that can officiate the JV game, let me know. One of the JV
Oh my
refs called
gosh.
me about a half hour ago and said he's no longer able to make it tomorrow night.
Oh, that's never fun.
So
Almost making it 2 threes in a row for Altoona.
Yeah.
Heave ho.
What about one Tyson Wink? He was here on Friday. Is he back
you know
in town?
what?
Yeah,
That's
we gotta give him a
great-
call.
I should
That's not
see
a bad
if he's-
idea.
If he's around tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I
That
think
would
his last
be
finals tomorrow.
that'd be really cool.
I know a person that can check with him.
There we go.
Yeah, right?
Me too.
Actually, I know 2 people.
As long as there is a drop in the gameplay as Altoona's going to take a blob, we got to pay homage to Grandma Midge for Mackenzie Lesha. She's got a lot of people on her shout-outs list on her player survey, and Grandma Midge is a time-honored classic. She watches a lot of the games. She always texts Lesha and talks to her about how she did, and it's always a great family conversation between those two. So
Love
thanks,
it.
Grandma Midge, for checking us out.
And Auntie Sharon was another one for Lesha this afternoon. Wanted to shout out for.
Got all the shout-outs here tonight.
Altoona pulls within a score here. It was 11-3. Now it's 11-9. 10:37 and rolling. Lesha to Claire to Strumke. Backboard no good.
Yeah, Altoona's made some defensive adjustments. We're not moving the ball as cleanly as we were in the first couple minutes there, that's for sure.
Spartans are having a really hard time also rebounding those long three-point attempt rebounds. Altoona's gotten a lot of those back offensively.
Nice rebound there by Ryback.
Ryback off and running. They got the numbers. Oh, and just not a great pass decision there. They're going to luck out and get the ball back, but Rybecky's got a lot of room to run. She is just a sophomore, so she will learn all of the tricks of the trade as she continues her career.
Martinson has quite that arcing rainbow shot on that three-pointer. That's a pretty shot.
Both teams definitely, it seems like, going through growing pains at times during this game. Both teams having some troubles with turnovers.
Oh, Lesha marching right down the lane. Couldn't quite connect, but what a beauty that would have been.
Would have been pretty sweet right there for Mackenzie Lesha.
Wild ball from Altoona. Altoona's having a hard time skip passing up the court as well, pitching it, as they say, up the court. Altoona stagnant so far this possession. McGeehan, good job on-ball defense. Rybecky giving a little room. Pass, baseline jumper, rim. McGeehan. And Spartans are going to be off and running. Rybecky is all by herself. Cheerleading squad getting this team amped up. Trying to get them back to the glory days the first 5 minutes of this game. Spartans have a long drought here, continuing with that missed three-pointer.
There's only 2 fouls called in this game so far.
Yeah, that's wild. First quarter, basically.
From deep, no good. Who's that out on?
Be out of bounds.
Out on
Somerset. I think out on Claire Anderson's tip right there.
Out on Somerset. Claire Anderson, I noticed in her player survey as well. She wrote down what she wants to do after high school. She said she wants to be a zoologist.
That's cool.
That is very, very cool. She must have liked my biology class last year. Unbeknownst to me.
Didn't she have Haugen?
No, she had me all year.
That's a good one, Mr. Probst.
Claire with it.
There you go.
Up and in.
Breaking the drought there.
Yes, breaking the drought is right.
I believe those are Claire's first points.
Claire, nice left-hand finish.
And that allowed Somerset to reset in their press, which helped too.
Oh, that was an uncalled travel, but
almost.
Yeah, they'll let the ladies play. Altoona around the horn, trying to find, very clearly looking for a three-pointer, and they get one.
That appears to be their game so far tonight, at least.
Front rim, long board, no good. And there's a turnover.
Ran right into Heather Gaikowski.
Don't know how that wasn't a foul.
Ran into the iron curtain of Heather Gaikowski. Nobody's getting past her.
And pulled her arm back like she was starting a lawnmower.
Oh, a good try in. It was a very good idea by Claire. Just couldn't quite connect with Addie.
So, Mr. Probst, January 29th.
Yeah. Renamed the Northwest Girls Basketball Challenge.
Oh, I liked the
middle
border versus Heart of the North.
I like that.
Well, see, Bloomer had to go and leave the Heart of the North and go to Clover Belt.
Yeah.
And then Ashland decided they were no longer going to join for this. So Marshfield is joining. They don't really fit the Heart of the North.
Marshfield's coming?
Yeah, that's your
my
neck of the
woods.
There you
right
go.
there. Good old Marshfield.
That's where my house is being built.
Somerset in the corner. Really kind of getting stagnant as the game wears on here offensively. And Will, as you mentioned in the pregame, turnovers are kind of the #1 go-to fix for this squad.
Yep. This would be a totally different ball game if Somerset could limit the turnovers. I mean, still with a 4-point lead, could be a 10-point lead if they were able to limit some of the turnovers that have been going on here early.
Still a very young squad, and Coach Lindenberg, if you guys can see him on your screen, as Altoona approaches this end of the floor here, right by ball actually. Lindenberg, such a great job being a part of his staff for 2 years, does a really good job coaching him up on the bench. A lot of coaches usually don't do things like that because Lindy's not even watching the game right now. He's coaching up his players. So always mindful and a great teacher of the game is Corey Lindenberg.
I feel like Lindenberg understands kind of the circumstances of this team. He knows he only had a 6-person rotation last year. Another three-pointer there by Altoona. He knows they only rocked a 6 or 7-person rotation all of last year. He knew that there were going to be some growing pains this year. Not necessarily a super young team. You got plenty of juniors here.
Mia
Olsen misses there. but just not a lot of playing time, not a lot of experience, not nearly as many minutes. So it's totally different going from 10 minutes a game to 20 minutes a game. And a lot of these girls are kind of learning that this year and learning how to stay focused during that entire time and avoid foul trouble. Just a lot of lumps taken early on here, but I have to think that this team has so much potential. Kenzie Lesha with a good steal there.
Kenzie Lesha just doing it all again.
I mean, Kenzie Lesha is always going to be Kenzie Lesha, but the rest of these players are going to kind of have to learn their new roles and make some adjustments. And I'm a firm believer, we talked about this early in the season, this team is going to play their best basketball at the end of the year, and I'm excited to see that.
Correct. Altoona breaking the press on this possession. Oh, Lesha right there.
It was almost a textbook Mackenzie Lesha steal right there.
Ball hawking safety mentality is Mackenzie Lesha. Rim no good. Lucy with the nice board.
Yeah, good
Lucy's going to
position by
fly
Lucy
down
Nichols.
She's flying down the court wide open. Lesha didn't quite see her. Around the horn, Lucy gets it. Trying to find a flashing Strumpke down in the paint. Lesha with it. Lucy's going to take this one from deep, no good. Offensive board, McGeehan up, and that's good. Nice offensive board and finish from Addie McGeehan.
First 2 points by Addie McGeehan there on the night.
Pretty low-scoring affair so far in this contest. 5:40 left to go in this first half, folks. 15-12. Somerset finds themselves up in this contest. Only one foul per team here.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the second foul for Somerset there.
Make it 2 for Somerset.
So with the, what is it, the Northwest Basketball Classic, is that what you called it?
Northwest Wisconsin Girls Basketball Challenge.
Oh,
There
challenge.
we go.
There it is. So what's the details on that? How many games are we
7
playing
games.
in? Okay,
We're-
7
well-
games throughout the day?
7 games throughout the day. Each middle border team except Altoona plays 1 game.
Okay.
So they'll be matched
That's a
up with
5-second call, folks. Sorry to
They'll be-
jump in, but you don't see that very often.
No, they'll be matched up with the non-middle border team. We'll set the matchups about a week to 2 in advance, kind of try to get them competitively balanced as best as possible. And should be a great day of basketball. Officials coming in from all over. I tried to get some from the Chippewa Valley. The furthest driving official is coming from Jefferson, Wisconsin. Should be my father.
There you go.
He's coming
Oh my
up to work
gosh,
again.
really?
And, yep.
That's awesome.
The rumor on the street is that he's working a game with my brother and myself that day, so we'll see.
That's cool.
They are
Martin,
much
nice
better.
drive.
Altoona
Opportunity to tie it here.
right down the throats of Somerset on that possession. Holy smokes. And she's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, and you said there's 7 games happening that game or that day, and we will be doing 7 games on
And
that
we're gonna
live stream that
7
day.
games, so
Unbelievable.
Yep.
it's gonna be a
We're
new
looking-
marathon
I
experience.
say,
for
we're
us.
looking forward to it. I think we'll bounce the play-by-play duties back and forth between the 2
Yeah.
guys to my right here, and I think it'll be fun.
It'll be great.
Yep,
Just
keep
remember,
on
if you
going.
get tired, we can always switch to the huddle focus camera and just go on
That's true.
autopilot.
I mean, we can go on autopilot on here too.
That's true.
So
And a pass and a shot. It's good.
it's going to be fun calling a game where we're unfamiliar with both of the teams. I feel like
Right.
it's going to be really cool just kind of learning both of those
Yep.
squads as the game progresses.
We're going to have 90,000 rosters up here.
Yes, we are.
Shuffling
Just
throughout
keeping them all organized is going to be very interesting.
A lot of info that day. That'll be a fun day, though. Oh, Lucy fumbling it.
All right, I'm going to bounce off. I got to go greet our varsity boys refs tonight. It's
Sounds
different crew
good.
doing the varsity game,
Awesome.
so thanks for hopping on.
Well, thank
Thanks
you,
for being up
Mr.
here, Mr.
Probst.
Probst. Have a good night.
And getting back to Somerset, they are going to start things off with a good old-fashioned blob. Baseline out-of-bounds play once again. Oh, into Strumpke. Nice find. Went up for a shot. It got tipped.
Heather
And it's gonna stay
Gaikowski
there.
with 8 points here in the first half so far, and key thing here, Mr. Anderson, 0 fouls.
Yeah.
0 fouls.
That's big. I believe Heather had almost 4 fouls in the first 10 minutes, I want to say, in their last game or previous game to that. So adjustments made by Gaikowski, big here.
And
Strumpke fighting for it. Somerset able to save it.
Coach Lindenberg with a very young team out here on the floor right now, and just trying to give him a breather. And oh, nice up and through. Nice strong move for Heather, and she's going to go to the line.
Say, Altoona's playing some good defense right now. After those first couple minutes where Gaikowski was just kind of dominated in there, they've really settled down and not given up any easy shots.
Straight and true.
I will
is that
never get
first
over
one.
how quiet it is.
It's
in
crazy.
here.
Heather Gaikowski, I'll let you guys think about what her favorite NBA player is before she shoots this free throw.
It's got to be Taco Fall.
Buckets.
Oh my gosh.
It
I'm
is
trying to
not
figure out
Taco
how her game would be comparable to an NBA player.
It would be hard. Well, on her player survey, she said, what are some sports figures you admire? She's a big fan of the six-legged man, Anthony Edwards.
Oh, jeez.
Get it? Ants, six-leg.
Oh, boy.
Anthony
Edwards is pretty awesome.
And she's a big fan of Paige Buchers as well.
Oh, awesome. I know a lot of the girls on the team like Paige Buchers.
Yeah.
Isn't it Beckers?
Or Beckers, excuse me.
There you
Beckers.
go.
Paige Beckers. Her name is spelled weird, so I always forget how it's said.
Boy, am I just losing my mind right here?
It happens to the best of us.
Can we talk about, oh, that would have been a sweet move by Heather. Paige Beckers is one of my favorite talents in recent history of her sports. She is phenomenal.
Boy. I don't know how this is Spartan ball.
It's not Spartan ball, though.
It is, though.
Oh, this guy is adamant that this ref down here on the other end. Here we go.
That is. We'll take it, but that is not Spartan ball.
Everyone on the
just
floor.
slapped that one out. Absolutely.
Everyone on the floor believed that was Rail's ball.
Including the Spartans.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's a bad omen. Usually the ball knows what's supposed to happen. So
yeah, ball don't lie.
There it
you go.
is.
And there's the karma.
Yep, ball knows.
Don't lie.
Score is 17-14 here. Pretty low-scoring affair this first half. We got 3:47 left in this first half.
Just to go back to Heather Gaikowski and those free throws, I grew up right next to the Gaikowskis. I watched her and her sister Rachel shoot
always out shooting
thousands of free throws in the driveway with Dad.
One half of the Splash Sisters.
Nice shot there, and we have a tie game.
Ranging it in with the equalizer is Altoona. It's number 10.
Lindsay Henricks.
Lindsay.
The sophomore. Her first points of the game, I believe.
17's all, folks.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there is a lot of claustrophobic. Oh, my goodness! Heather Gaikowski forces one in.
Wow, what a move by the junior there.
What a strong move. And she's going to try to complete the three-point trip.
It's been the Heather Gaikowski show so far here for Somerset.
I feel like that is becoming routine, the Heather Gaikowski show.
Well,
She's for sure the bulk of their offense.
Wait for Heather to shoot the free throw here. Oh, just missed
Couldn't
that
quite
one.
complete it. Offensive board could be a 4-point trip.
If Gaikowski would have made that one, she would have been over her points per game average, averaging 12.7 points per game on the season.
She'll go for another one here. There it
There
is.
you have it.
Another one. 4-point trip for Heather Gaikowski.
There you go. Heather with more points this half than she averages on the season per game.
Well, I've said this on previous live streams, but just watching how Heather's developed over these 3 years from.
Ooh, that was almost a foul on
I'd
Claire
say
Anderson.
It was really close.
Lots of physicality there, but
Lesha rallies, trying to calm this team down and trying to get them going. We got 2:34 left in the contest. Starting with a high screen and roll.
yeah, but Gaikowski moving from kind of the bench body, that sixth player off the bench there, into more of a consistent role last year until now, kind of the focal point of that paint.
Oh, nice rifle pass there.
Good passing there.
Man, what a dime by Ava Gunderson.
Starting to see the offenses heat up a little bit here as we go into the end of the first half.
Either offense is heating up or defense is tiring. One of the two.
A little bit of both, probably.
Oh, that was just not a good pass, and they'll just get that one back. That's one of those plays you just kind of forget and move on.
Yep.
Man, I can't say enough about that. Was just a Steve Nash just dime from Gunderson. That's something you don't see every day.
A great comp, Mr. Anderson.
Yes. She gets it back. Strumke getting taken baseline by Altoona. Down on the block. 4 Spartans there. Somebody's got to get the board. And Lush is going to get a foul called in her favor. Finally, we're starting to rack up some foul totals as well.
Yep.
We made it through about 3/4 of the first half with only like
One
3
foul for each team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's 3 and 4. 140 left in this contest. Finally starting to heat up, as Will, you said, and that's fun to watch when the offenses start getting rocking and rolling. Claire from distance takes it and connects from downtown. Claire Anderson.
I believe that's the Spartans' first three-pointer of the game right there.
I think that is accurate. Do we have a nickname for Claire Anderson?
We do not have a nickname for Claire yet. You have one in mind?
It's gonna.
Oh, wow.
The answer from Altoona. That's Kennedy Tripler. And we got a game, folks. This is fun to watch here. 1 minute left. Somerset with it. Lesha taking it to the rack.
Kenzie's got a dish there. Claire wide open on the wing. Easy for me to say up here in this booth, of course, but.
From the live stream lounge.
Yep.
So my idea for Claire's nickname. So here's the stretch.
Oh, boy.
For those big fans of Major League 3, back to the minors.
Gosh. Which is very few people.
Yeah. Walton Goggins, an actor.
Yep.
He played a character called Billy Downtown Anderson.
Claire Downtown Anderson. I like that.
I can do it.
That
I
is
think
what it
that's
might
it.
have to be.
I think that's what it is. That's
I can
good
do
stuff,
it.
Mr. Wallen. I like that.
That's why you get paid the big bucks to be the producer.
I really
man.
enjoy that movie, though.
Oh, I love that movie. That is a family favorite at our household.
Spartans not able to connect on that possession. Took a lot of time off the clock. Couple opportunities. Couldn't quite connect down there on the block. Altoona's got it. 20 seconds left.
Looking to tie it here or potentially take the lead. But they dribble it out of bounds.
Somerset has got a perfect opportunity to end this half in a bucket. 14 seconds. Go in with a little bit more momentum. Mackenzie Lesha.
Who gets the last shot here?
Lesha going for it up. No good, but she's going to the line.
A productive play there by Somerset, able to draw another foul by Altoona and able to add on to this lead. The bank is open.
The bank is open.
Bank is open at 6:15 on a Monday night. Hey, Mr. Wallen, only
Thanks
thing better than a
Wisconsin
bank?
Credit Union for that bank shot.
A credit union, yeah. Oh, second one's no good.
But
Oh, the feed.
Got 2 seconds
Again?
still.
That was a
Ah.
oh, that was a heat check for Heather Gaikowski. That was for sure heat check. Well, the score heading into halftime is Somerset 25, Altoona the Rails. They have 22. What started hot and heavy for Somerset, it was 11-3 at one point. Altoona crept back into the game and just kind of maintained that like 2, 3, 4 point deficit. And sure enough, they go into the game or half with a down 3 points here.
Scoring seems about right now for the half. I mean, we talked about being a low-scoring affair early on, but seems about right now.
Well, since we had a bank shot that late in the game, before we go to half, we are going to pay homage to Wisconsin Credit Union. From childhood through retirement, Wisconsin Credit Union's Smart Financial Literacy Program is packaged according to life stages with a variety of helpful resources. Visit wisconsincu.org for more information. Wisconsin Credit Union is a proud supporter of Somerset athletics. Thanks, Wisconsin. Thanks to Northwood Technical College. Thanks to Northwest Communication. We're going to send it to half. We'll be back with 2 minutes to go. And we are back here in Somerset, Wisconsin. If you guys did not catch the first half, we are going into the second half of this girls' matchup between Somerset and Altoona. Somerset's up 25, Altoona 22. Before we start this first half, or the second half, excuse me, we got one more minute. Let's talk really briefly about the Middle Border Conference and kind of what the standings look like so far. We got Baldwin-Woodville at the top. Baldwin-Woodville, Ellsworth, and Prescott Cardinals are all tied at the top of the conference with 3 wins for all those teams. Altoona is above Somerset right now in the conference. For those of you that didn't know, Altoona, this is their first year in the Middle Border Conference, so they are playing with the rest of us. They got a lot at stake in these conference games. Altoona has a 2-win, 1-loss conference record, same as Osceola. The Chieftains are 2-1. And then tied at the bottom here, we got St. Croix Central, Somerset, and Amory. All 3 are winless in the conference right now. So that is the Middle Border. That's what we got to kind of match up with, compare ourselves, if you would like to. But it's hard to compare, and I hate comparing this particular Somerset team just because, as you said in the first half a lot, Ross Miller, like this team is going to play their best at the end of the season. They need a lot of experience to kind of come their way, and they're just going to get that the more they play.
I think all of these kids are willing to put in the time to get better every game, every half. So
Julia the Jet Rybecki up strides, up and true. Nice right hand off the glass.
first 2 points for the sophomore there. Good way to start the second half for Somerset. Exactly how you want to start right there.
That's how they drew it up, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Lindenberg said, go steal it and score.
And then go for the layup and get it. And get the 5-point lead.
And now Altoona is doing a lot of off-ball drives there. They get it on the block, and that's going to the line. Mackenzie Lesha looking around in disarray.
Her
she thought she was
second
straight
foul,
up.
So not a terrible spot to be if you're Kenzie Lesha. But
not too bad.
We talk about it all the time. Basketball, like pretty much every sport, is a game of adjustments. What adjustments does each team make here? Somerset going into the half with the lead. What adjustments can they make to extend that lead? Altoona, what adjustments can they make to reclaim that lead?
Absolutely. Last free throw up, no good. A scrum. That's going to bounce around and be off Altoona. Somerset's going to get this possession.
What a miss.
A nice layup, or a nice steal and layup by Julia Rybacki.
Well, Producer Wallen, as long as you're here, we can pay homage to somebody you know quite well. We got to give a nod to one Jeff Rybacki, who is just phenomenal at the work he does with his photography. A lot of the pictures you see in the paper and on social media, those are from basically one guy all year round. It's one Jeff Rybacki.
Yeah, he did my my wedding, my engagement photos, the wedding video, all that stuff.
He probably gave you a sick discount.
He took care of us, that's for sure. He is a fantastic guy.
Fantastic human being, and has had children go through the district. A lot of them very good athletes, and we're watching one of them.
I'd say his 2 oldest children, Anna and Ben, were his kind of assistants at my wedding doing the videography and stuff like that.
Both in attendance tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you guys got spare time, audience, if you're listening, just send Jeff Rybacki an email and just say thanks for all those pictures, because that takes a lot of time.
I hope Jeff just gets bombarded with thank you.
He just gets spammed emails.
Very deserving.
And he just does not get recognized as much as I think he should. Altoona almost finding an over him.
Whoa. Taking a fall there.
Bodies hit the floor. Speaking of Rybacki's, Julia getting her lady to hit the floor there.
Oh, that was a cool pass there.
Yeah.
Altoona doing a good job retaining possession, taking their time.
But great defense by Heather Gaikowski on that set.
Claire Downtown Anderson up with it, as we called her.
That's a real good ring.
Oh, backdoor from Julia. And Julia Rybacki's going to the line.
No, sorry I was late. I went to fill my water bottle, and then I had to film a TikTok with Anna Bartig.
Those are important.
That happens sometimes.
A little bit of disagreement on the floor between the men in stripes here.
I'm assuming it's going to go viral, and I'll become a millionaire somehow through TikTok, but it's probably not.
Is Anna going to share the proceeds with you? I shouldn't have talked during the free throw.
I hope so. I felt like I did a pretty good job, seeming as I didn't know the dance.
There.
Goes.
Back on track for Julia Rybecki.
Sorry, I had to laugh there at Dylan Mitchell in the student section with a foam finger. I haven't seen one of those unironically in a while.
Number 1, it says.
And Altoona, like I say, if you are fans of off-ball basketball, you got to watch what Altoona is doing right now, folks. A lot of backdoors, a lot of off-ball screens. There's a flex on the baseline, and sure enough, leads to 2 points. Altoona with 24 now in this contest as we start the second half.
Say both teams kind of mixing it up inside, outside, lots of movement.
Altoona doing a very good job man-to-man ball defense here. Ooh, Rybecki is stuck down there on the block. Gets it out. Lesha taking one. Oh, and that would have been sweet for Lesha.
Shaylin Strumke fighting for that one. That's going to be out of bounds on Altoona. Wow.
The look on Claire Anderson's face of just like, yikes, that was a lot of contact.
Oh, and Lesha is going to find herself not in an ideal spot on the floor. You can barely see her on the screen.
Fun.
Kind of by us in the live stream here. You could probably see me waving. And a scrum. That's going to be a jump ball. But who has possession here? Somerset retains possession once again. Going to try a blob. Baseline out of bounds play.
So you know, like that weekend where the MLB players wear the nickname jerseys?
The Players Weekend?
Yeah. Well, let's see how this one plays out here. A lot happening.
Oh, Lesha takes a shot that's tipped, and that is caught.
I wish we had jerseys and we could do that with all the nicknames we've given.
That'd be pretty cool.
The basketball players.
Well, we came up with Claire Downtown Anderson. Whenever I hear of downtown in basketball, I always think of Downtown Funky Stuff Malone from.
What
you
is
guys know
that from?
It's from a semi-pro.
Oh,
the
okay,
movie.
there we go. It's been a while since I've seen that one. That's the 3rd foul on Lesha, so she's going to be checking out here. It's going to be interesting to see how Mia Olsen handles herself here. I'm guessing that Lesha's probably going to sit for at least 5 minutes. Second one goes.
Somerset 28, Altoona on the heels of the Spartans, only down by 2.
9 points for Josie Runtvisk, or jeez.
What's it?
Ronsvet? There we go.
Yes, Ronsvet. Rondisvet.
We're probably butchering that.
Probably.
Well, I'm
not going to pretend like I know how to pronounce it.
I got the pronunciation from the coaching staff. It is Rondisvet.
Rondisvet.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. That's
I
good,
guess
good
we'll
get.
trust the coaches.
Yeah, I think we can probably trust them.
Mia Olsen taken out of bounds here, finds Heather Gaikowski. Leading scorer of this game for the Spartans, and she puts another one in off the glass.
16 points for Heather Gaikowski.
Yeah, those
now.
are her first points of the half.
Yep. And that's going to be a foul. That's a ticky-tack foul there on Heather Gaikowski.
That's
Tough
one of
one
those,
there.
Yeah, those incidental contact sort of situations. And
lucky for Heather, that's only her first. If that's your third, those really hurt, especially at this point in the game.
And Somerset needs to be very aware on defense. Oh, taking it to the lane, offensive board, wide open shot. Little jumper, no good. And that was a lot of action for a short amount of time. Somerset comes up with it. Lindsay Hendricks couldn't quite make it convert on that jumper. Heather shakes and bakes, drives straight and true. Up and in off the glass for Heather Gaikowski.
That was sweet right there. Heather looking to get 19 points on the game right here.
A little dipsy-do in the lane for Heather Gaikowski. What a move.
Gets it to go. This is what Somerset needs from Heather Gaikowski to compete against some of these conference teams.
That is the play you need. And that is just straight buckets, folks.
Yeah, that was well earned.
Say she has 5 points in the last, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And Heather is turning into just a tenacious scorer. I mean, just fearless, always wanting to get into the lane and make some magic happen. She's turning into, from kind of the all-around post player where just kind of post moves and such from last year. Now she is, like on that possession, just not afraid to take it from the three-point line and just drive right in. She's got some ball handling moves. That's for sure, folks. Mia with it, trying to find some ball screen action up top. A lot of sharing here for Somerset. Into Heather, nice 45, post action. Couldn't quite connect. You can't ask for better post position than that. She had a wide open kind of one step up shot. Lucy Nichols checking in. Lucy Nichols and Mia Olsen are going to lead the head of this press. Ooh, Heather almost got her hands on that one.
Almost able to corral that one.
Down into the corner. Nice help defense by Mia. Into the lane, up. Bobbled, no good. Offensive board.
Somerset has to get that rebound. They have the height advantage for sure in this contest.
There was 4 Spartans there and only 1 Altoona player. And Rondis Vet is to the line for her efforts.
First one no good.
Score here is Somerset 33, Altoona 26. 5 fouls for Somerset, 3 for Altoona so far in the second half. A lot more contact this second half than the first. Lucy Nichols bringing it up, leading this team here. Doing her best Mackenzie Lesha impression, that is for sure. A lot of great ball movement here by Somerset. Oh, and just couldn't quite find Shaylin. There's the turnover. Cheerleading squad doing their best to cheer this team to the promised land, and we got a lot of cheerleaders out tonight.
Yeah, a full squad tonight for sure.
Full squad, 100% in their Santa hats, because it is the holidays, folks. But we're not going to quite say homage and pay respects to holidays, because we're going to be here again tomorrow. We'll do the Santa jokes and all that stuff tomorrow when it's
I can't wait to hear some of your Santa jokes,
oh,
Mr. Anderson.
it's gonna be terrific.
Oh boy.
Speaking of terrific, how about Northwood Technical College? Stay safe and learn locally. Start at Northwood Technical College and save thousands. They're also a nationally recognized 2-year college program. Go further, faster at Northwood Technical College.
Spartans looking to go further and farther with this lead here in the second half. Holding on to a 7-point lead, but Altoona is still definitely in it.
Altoona is in it to win it. On the stat sheet, they are a much better team than Somerset, but they're banged up, so they have a lot of players not playing, and that kind of leaves a gap for Somerset to exploit here. A lot of inexperience for Altoona. Ooh, and Altoona. Altoona, folks, I couldn't quite catch what kind of defense they're doing here. They are just harassing Somerset at the midline. Finding Addison McGeehan out to Julia, ranging it in. Julia was. Lucy's got it, taking it baseline. Nice jumper, and she's going to get contact and a foul. Lucy Nichols to the line.
I just had to laugh because you know when Renee Chapek's on the Ox Court over there, when you have a lot of Creedence Clearwater and some Bad Moon Rising pounding through the speakers.
First one goes for the freshman.
There. After this free throw by Lucy, we're going to tell the folks what her favorite of foods are. Ooh. Start thinking in your head, Lucy Nichols, food. What could it be?
Gets the friendly roll there. I have her in class, but I do not know.
Nice bucket by Lucy there. She's got written down. What you got?
I'm going with SpaghettiOs.
Lucy seems like a SpaghettiOs.
She does not seem like a SpaghettiOs kind of.
Lucy,
kinda
she has written down zebra cakes,
ooh,
carrots, and cantaloupe.
Quite a combination. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Zebra cakes, carrots, and cantaloupe.
Addie McKeon saying,
I would like that, please. And it gets called for the foul. Spartans up 9 here. Heather Gaikowski checking into the game for Addie McGeehan.
Altoona going to the old-fashioned box formation here since the dawn of time. Oh, Altoona fates to fire up, and that is good.
That was a
My
pretty
goodness.
That was a
Ava
nice,
Gunderson,
a nice play
unconscious.
right there by
Jeez
Altoona.
Louise.
That had to be a set out of that box.
Absolutely it was. She came off of a flex and just had it. And, I mean,
Stormed across the baseline to that corner and just hit it.
she was contested. I mean, there was
Yeah.
people around her.
That was a really nice play.
Just fearless, just as they drew it up.
And no hesitation, just went up strong for the 3. Altoona down just 6 now.
Shooters got to shoot. Oh, and we got our first slob sideline out of bounds play here from Somerset. Claire downtown finds it to Heather. Good formation, and that's up and good off the
That
glass.
was pretty right there. Heather Gaikowski with 21 points.
Somebody stop her, folks. She's double ringing in 2K for crying out loud.
Oh my gosh.
21, one of my favorite baseball numbers, one of my favorite former Twins players.
Oh, some
Samuel Deduno.
Oh my gosh. Of all the 21s.
I'm more of a Charles Woodson kind of guy,
That's
but
fair.
Nah, Sam Deduno.
and Julia Rybecky's going to get a foul called on her with some contact.
All the movement, no control. Samuel Deduno. Big fan of the live stream.
I mean, I feel like we've brought him up at least 2 times now.
Yep.
So
Another slob for Somerset. Lucy's going to find it. Taking her player, her defender, across the midline. Now finds Claire. In to Strumke. Finds, a cutting Heather. Oh, and a useful move from Heather, bouncing off the knee.
that was a fantastic pass by Shaylin Strumke there.
Bouncing it off of Martinson's knee. But what a beautiful basketball play. I mean, that's what you love to see, just a streaking player right down the throats of the defense, and almost had a nice 2-point bucket there.
Yep, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 now.
Heather Gaikowski just relentless, folks.
A lot more fouls here in the second half as Somerset already in the bonus. First one goes.
Mr. Ross Miller did his best Jessica Wink impression, unplugging his microphone with his foot.
Hey, but at least I can fix it myself.
There you go.
Test one. Yeah, we're back on.
23 points now for the junior.
Straight and true. Somerset finding a good cushion here. Up 8, 39-31 against Altoona.
Oh, that's out of bounds. Yep,
Whoa,
just barely.
that is out of bounds.
Mackenzie Lesher finding it.
Yep. I mean, speaking of Kenzie Lesha, if you have this lead, you can be very comfortable with her staying on the bench here for a couple more minutes, I feel like, in this second half. Lesha with 3 fouls, of course.
Oh, Lucy Nichols doing a great job escaping her defender, finding Shaylin for a nice little bunny. Couldn't quite convert, but Heather Gaikowski, once again, is going to go to the line. It's 1-1. And those are the reasons, folks, the little things of why, a freshman is playing at the varsity level right now for Somerset.
Great vision of the court. Heather Gaikowski will just keep on taking the free throws if they give them to her.
Say the
Front end of the 1-1, good.
Is she going to get 30 points?
I was going to say, we got 10 minutes left still.
Long.
Long board goes in favor of Altoona. Oh, dead in the water. Rybecky right up there. Oh, geez, stops, fades, fires. Holy guacamole. That was
bank.
impressive.
What
Bank
a
is still
bank
open.
shot.
Didn't even look like a shot, just
No,
a throw.
just like a chuck it
I
up.
love it.
Josie
Oh my
Arantes vet from downtown. Claire downtown. Anderson. Oh, almost had the make on her new nickname.
Mm-hmm.
There's Rondas Fed again.
Yeah, she has 14 points in this one. Line drive 3-point attempt, no good. Lucy Nichols fighting for that rebound, can't quite get it.
Offensive board, letting
Second
it fly
opportunity.
again. Down and out. Lucy finding
Nichols
it that
gets
time.
that one.
That's got to be Nichols' 5th or 6th rebound?
It's
and
definitely up there
just
for
some
sure.
limited time here.
Yep, she always finds herself to be in the right spot.
Volleyball spiked away from Somerset is Lindsay Hendricks with that one.
Lesha back into the game at the 9:30 mark.
Julia Rybecki taking his seat, and Lesha is going to try to make something happen on this slob. Just as they drew it up, Lindsay backdoor up. Kind of a circus shot. She's not going to get that call.
Trying to draw the contact on that one. Couldn't quite get it, though.
Got to get a little
was that
more.
Blocked?
No, it was not blocked.
Are
she
you
just
sure?
She kind of let that one go.
I also love that
it had to be deflected by Altoona because it's Somerset ball here.
It might have been deflected, but it was not a great block.
There we go.
Nice turnaround jumper from Shaylin Strumke.
Strumke's first points of the game.
About 10 feet away. That's a nice little turnaround.
Yeah, that was nice.
Somerset on the prowl with their press. Lesha up on top, leading this team. Ooh, Altoona getting by, though. Escaping the pressure. Lob. Dangerous play there.
Yeah, Lesha looked like she was hunting for that one.
Altoona trying to make some magic happen. Down by 8. Still well within the reaches of victory in this contest.
Yep, this is a good game so far here tonight.
But to be honest, Lesha's hunting for it even if she's 40 feet away from it.
Oh,
Steal by
Shaylin.
Shaylin Strumke.
Oh, Shaylin panicked a little bit and just kind of emergency got rid of it.
Somerset able to save it.
Still got it. Lesha's going to try to do her best Shaquille O'Neal impression going coast to coast. Claire! Bottom of the net, bottoms up. Claire, downtown Anderson.
Oh, that has such a good ring to it.
She doesn't even know what's happening.
Nope,
yet.
she doesn't.
Oh,
wow.
And here's another impression. We're going to Heather Gaikowski doing her best Eve Goldstein impression.
Yes.
Just having players just bounce off her. Just get thwomped at the midline. Honestly, I think Lindenberg, now that we're talking about Eve Goldstein as we got some delay in the action, that was one play I never enjoyed seeing, was the surprise from behind screen where Eve was a senior a couple years ago and state and national champion in shot put and discus.
Yep.
So Eve is very strong. Well, when somebody hit her blindside, it was not good for the other person.
Oh. That's when your teammates have to step up and remind you what's going on around you.
There's a brick wall behind
be
you.
careful.
I mean, I watched so many girls, guards especially, just hit her
crumble.
and immediately fall down.
Yep.
And Eve's just standing there like, I'm fine, you guys.
Only have to go through that once to kind of have your head on a swivel, I suppose.
Yeah, that usually happened once a game, and then that girl's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, I thought Lesha might get the friendly bounce.
Almost got the miracle bounce.
Nice rebound
Rybecki.
by Rybecki.
Yeah.
Rybecki on that one.
Finding it. Oh,
Oh,
tipped.
right idea there.
Yeah.
Claire stealing it.
No way.
What a play by Somerset.
my gosh.
Hot potato leads to 2.
That's an all-timer right there. I can't wait to go back and watch that one around the 7:50 mark.
Yep.
What a play.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, and Anderson, you remember that one for the opening intro. It's hot potato leads to 2. That's one of my favorite calls you've done.
Oh, that was fun. Wow.
And that's why we're professionals. You don't mess up those good calls.
Claire Anderson rips it from Altoona's arms. It flops down to Heather Gaikowski, who's on her back, who slots it.
Lesha raises it in, lets it go. Air. And off of Heather. Yeah, we're going to have to watch that one again.
11-point lead for the Spartans, 7:16 remaining.
When are we going to get an intro? I don't think any three of us have time to make one of those
That
things.
is a good point.
Maybe over break.
Maybe over break. We got to get some boys basketball highlights as well. Oh, the trap is on at half court.
This is
Oh,
going to
they
be
might
close.
Get it.
Oh, that was close.
1 second away, I think.
Yep. Three-pointer. In and out.
Out, no good. Rondesfet with the board.
Oh, it's going to be a foul on Somerset. Who is this one on?
It's got to be on Heather Gaikowski.
That'll
if I
be
had
her
to
third.
Say.
I'm guessing she's going to have to take a seat for a little bit then. Yep. Well, Lindenberg not bringing in Strumke yet.
Not flinching.
Nope.
Well, on the board, it looks like Addie McGeehan's got 4. I didn't even notice that.
She does.
Wow. Spartans could be down a couple posts here to finish this game.
10-point cushion for Somerset, 47-43. It is here at Somerset Arena.
That is somewhere where they have depth on the bench, though. I mean, they have Strumpke over there, and if they need to, they have Pepper and Schochner as well.
That is true.
Can play in there.
Nice ball movement by Somerset, letting it go. Down and in. Claire downtown Anderson. Straight and true. Silky smooth jumper.
11 points for Anderson. That's what you need when you have your post and foul trouble right there.
Oh,
Is
and
that
Addie just
McGeehan
fouled out?
I think Addie McGeehan fouled
no.
out.
Not on that.
If that is indeed her 4th foul.
Yep.
Her 5th indeed. Lindsay Hendricks caught her sleeping and in a bad defensive position. And that's going to be it for McGeehan. Hendricks to the line. 1-1, no good.
Strumpke with 0 fouls, so Spartans will be happy with that. I'm guessing Shaylin will probably stay in the rest of this game.
Absolutely.
Oh, can they finish?
Oh, nice tip.
It's got to be a jump ball.
Rybecky doing her best to snag it. Jump ball call. It's going to be Altoona. Altoona appears to be going with a 1-2-2 half-court defense now that I kind of saw it lined up that time. So they are definitely in trap mode on a 1-2-2. And that's why there's so much harassment at the half-court line. Ooh, Altoona taking it right down. Wide open 3. Air. Lesha's got it. Oh, Lesha's trying to escape. And there she does. Strumke's going to post up. There, she finds it. Fouled. Nice play. Nice feed from Mackenzie. And with Lesha out in transition, anything is possible, folks. Front end of the trip to the line, no good for Strumke. Somerset 50, Altoona 38.
Front iron, no good on that one. Spartans still up by 12 with 6 to go.
And Spartans are in disarray right now, getting beat in transition. Oh, Shaylin gets a steal. Good smart move by Claire. Just kind of winding down. Oh, Heather is surrounded by Altoona rails.
Oh, looked good.
Down and out for Claire, baseline board for Altoona, and they're off on the prowl. Oh, getting beat in the distance.
Oh,
a travel. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to go back and watch that one on the replay machines. I don't even know if I quite agree with that one.
Yeah, that was close. What a call to make right there.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be very clear for the official.
True.
Using the pick and roll, Lesha now finding Claire into Heather. And that is unstoppable, folks. Bread and butter.
Heather was on a bit of a drought there, but now up to 26 points with 5 to go.
Gaikowski on the block is just a dominant force.
Well, kind of the same thing we saw in the first half. Heather had a good kind of beginning of the half, then went a little bit of a lull, and then went on a run towards the end. So kind of the same thing happening here in the second half.
Martinson with it across court. Skip. Shot up. Long board. No good.
Becky.
Is she okay?
Rybecky is off and running. Meanwhile, on this end, Lesha's got it. Oh, Lesha just gets bodied. Yeah, Lesha just absolutely thwomped and disoriented, but she's not going to get that call. It's going to be a full timeout here at Somerset. We're going to take some time to thank Wisconsin Credit Union. They are a proud supporter of Somerset Athletics, and using Wisconsin Online or the mobile app, members can do it all. They can pay bills, transfer funds, deposit checks, and send money safely and easily. Learn more at wisconsincu.org. As we are going to see a tower led by the cheer team here.
Oh, that's not a tower.
That
that's
is
a
not
launch.
a tower. Jeez, folks.
The
talent level on this cheer squad is astronomical.
On today's day in history,
Oh, boy.
I got to go 11 years ago today. Joel Stave committed to Wisconsin. Former Badgers quarterback.
Badger legend.
Just saw that from one Travis Wilson on Twitter. So
There we
I
go.
thought I'd throw that one out there.
Well, meanwhile, here at Somerset, not Madison, for crying out loud, we got, I think we're going to get some students, some young adolescents trying to experience the radio business for the first time, but they're trying to figure it out on their headsets. We are going to focus on the game until they get it figured out. We got Altoona taking it out baseline.
A couple of girls hockey players that might join us here potentially.
Altoona taking it baseline. Somerset in their staunch press. Oh, and the press just gets broken. Oh, Lesha hits the deck. Good steal. And Julia Rybecki slowing it down, getting it back to the player that started it, one Mackenzie Lesha. Lesha uses the screen. Down. Oh, Shaylin finds it. Little serendipity. Somerset's going to reset on this one. Rybecki with it out on the key. Altoona, staunch man-to-man defense here. Claire drives up. Some contact, but she's just not going to quite get that call.
Well, Mr. Anderson, we're being joined by some Western Wisconsin Stars hockey players up here in the Spartan live stream lounge.
Hello.
One, Madison Troutmiller and Aaron Herda.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
So, ladies, do you want to just tell the listening audience, as Altoona picks it off there, tell the listening audience how your season is going so far. Maybe tell us your record if you remember such things.
Yes, we are 8-1 currently.
Not too shabby.
Yeah,
Not too shabby
only
at all.
one loss to Fusion, which we've definitely improved since then.
That's good.
We'll get them next time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's coming up next for you? You know you had a game tomorrow. Who's that against?
Hudson.
Hudson.
Definitely a very important game considering we just are added to the Big Rivers Conference, so it's a conference game, and
Right.
it's also a sectional seedings game.
Ooh, there you go. How's Hudson doing this year?
I know Hudson just lost to Fusion, but I know
Okay.
they've beaten, I think, Eau Claire and Chippewa.
Sure.
So they're definitely in the realm of it's going to be a tight game.
Should be a competitive one. Well, cool. And that one's at home at 7 o'clock tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, ladies, I just kind of want to know, I know those hockey bus rides can get long. What's kind of the mantra of the team on the bus? Do you guys do some sort of activity together on the bus? Or you guys just kind of mentally zoning in on your own? What's going on the bus?
It depends on how far away it is. Definitely when we traveled to Hayward, everyone took some pregame naps, and when we weren't sleeping, we were all listening to music or just, watching a movie on the coach bus.
Nice.
Well, now that you opened that Pandora's box, what movies are we watching? Is it like
no.
Elf or something?
Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Someone brought Harry Potter, but we definitely did not put that one in.
Oh. Half-Blood Prince really gets you primed to play some hockey, huh?
Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Wise.
Why not start with the second one? That makes total sense.
Shaylin Strumke's going to find it. Oh, it couldn't quite connect on that one. This is a back-and-forth game. Lucy Nichols on an island in transition. And that's an easy bucket for Altoona. Call off the Dogs. Going to be a timeout here.
10-point lead for the Spartans, 52-42. 2:35 remaining in the half.
Well, hockey players, how many games do you have left? As somebody who generally, myself, doesn't know the whole hockey schedule, you know how many games you have left?
So the most games you can have in a season is 25, and I think we're around 22 or 23 this season. We got 2 games that were canceled. It was last weekend. We were supposed to make a trip to Rylander and then play Medford the following day, but it got canceled due to a snowstorm. So we
We
definitely
got a little bit of snow that weekend.
Good old Ryan Lander,
yeah,
Wisconsin.
so we're trying to reschedule those games, but we don't know if we're going to get them back yet.
Sure.
But if we can't, we're hopefully going to play on Alaska or some other team that's in our section.
On Alaska, some great fishing down there in La Crosse, by the way. Just a quick nod at that.
Well, ladies, what do we think about the game here tonight?
I don't really understand basketball that much, but from what I see, there's some pretty impressive shots.
There you go.
Some really good passing.
You can kind of identify the talent of the game at least.
Yeah. Also, I kind of understand what a travel is, and when you get a foul, it's nah, you can't do that.
Correct.
Yep.
That is the most correct thing anyone's ever said ever. So, ladies, we'll leave you with one last question I'm a little curious about. What is your favorite dress-up day for the holiday season? Each of you need to answer this.
Pajama day for sure.
Definitely pajama day. That's a good one. Yep.
Big pajama day. So which pajama day? Because we technically did 2.
We did.
Was it today's pajama day?
Yeah, holiday.
Oh, holiday pajama day.
I don't
Herda?
want to burst anybody's bubble, but I haven't dressed up for any of the holidays. So, but my favorite was definitely seeing Miss Swanson's sweater. So.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, yes, Miss Swanson's sweater.
The traveling Christmas tree, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It had the lights and everything.
One Melissa Swanson at the high school, ELA. As we watch Claire miss that one, and Altoona is quietly making their way back into this one, folks. We got 2 minutes left. Well, folks.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, is there any other shout-outs before we let you on your way?
I would like to shout out the girls' hockey live stream, which is just in live stream.
Yes.
So if you would like to watch the girls' hockey play Hudson tomorrow night, you can do that on justinlivestreams.com. That's all I got to say.
The owner of the company, a good guy. I had several conversations with him over the summer. Awesome guy.
Awesome. Well, thanks, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
I think you represent your organization well. You guys are fantastic human beings and role models for us all.
Thank you. Have fun with the boys' game.
Oh, yes.
That is Aaron Herda and Madison Troutmiller, folks. Heather Gaikowski just can't quite connect. Another try, and there she goes. Third time's a charm for Heather Gaikowski. As we get back into this one, folks, we're going to get Ross Miller back on the mic here. Try not to trip over anything. Altoona down by 11, but they were on a storm creeping back into this one. All momentum.
Strong pass there.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Buries it from the wing.
Needed it and got it right there. That's a big one.
Just buries it. Unconscious Altoona is. They are not done yet, folks. A little shake and bake from Rybecki. Behind the back dribble. Claire finding Rybecki on the wing.
How much time is Altoona just going to allow Somerset to just kind of operate with some
Lesha.
time?
Oh. She's going to the line, but
I was going to say, like, we don't need to score right there.
No, I mean, they seemed, again, Altoona seemed content to just let us kind of dribble around.
Right.
That's going to be the 5th foul for number 12, Kennedy Tripler, so she'll be out.
yeah, this contest, there's 58.5 left seconds, and this one's going to be tough for Altoona to get back in, but they're doing well so far.
We were just saying
on
a
previous live stream how we really haven't had that many people foul out in games, and now we've had 2 in just this one here.
Very
absolutely.
true.
Mackenzie Lesha didn't even move on that last one. She knew she was making it.
I love Kenzie Lesha's stat line on the season. 7.7 points, 4.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 5.3 steals per game. I love that stat line so much.
Oh, a launch pad for Altoona. Oh, good board. Offensive board again, and that one's in.
Fighting for it.
44 seconds left. Somerset's just got to stay alive in this one. As long as they have the ball, they will not lose. Pitched up to Claire from Mia. Across court to Heather. Heather's going to try to score. Puts this one away is Heather Gaikowski.
30 points for Heather Gaikowski right there.
And there's your dagger, folks.
Excellent work tonight by the junior. She had a couple of tough games the last previous 2 and really stepped up big tonight. The big difference maker for Somerset with 30 points, only 3 fouls. What a great game by Heather Gaikowski.
Well, we mentioned about 6-7 minutes ago that she got her 3rd foul, and the question was she going to come out and sit out? But nope, managed to stay in the game.
That shows trust from Coach Lindenberg, and also shows trust from Heather Gaikowski, trusting herself, her game, and able to not really she was able to kind of stay with her game and keep it going. But fantastic performance by Somerset, able to get the conference victory. 10-point win right there.
So Somerset officially has their first conference win of the season, folks.
There we
Against
go.
a banged-up Altoona team, and that's going to kind of move teams in opposite directions in the conference. Altoona's going to go down. Somerset nowhere but up, folks. That is going to be the first contest score. Score is 59-49. Somerset comes ahead for the lead in this one. We officially have down here, if you can see,
no, they can't see it.
A 2-person tunnel Oh, here we finally
we got
go.
a couple more.
We got more student tunnelers. Here we go. Good outing by the Spartan ladies squad. Coming out with the victory, the W. And now immediately, folks, we are going to jump in. The live stream's going to go away because we for sure need a break, especially these two who are going to be sticking around most of the time for sure. But boys are going to start warming up here in a matter of seconds, and then they're going to be right back. We will be back from Somerset. Going to watch this boys team against Spooner in a matchup for the ages here. So we will be back in 15 minutes.
Well, we'll probably we'll start the live stream with we'll probably go live right away, and then we'll come back with some chat and about maybe 2-3 minutes left to warm
Yep,
up.
that sounds about right.
Thanks, folks, for tuning